Hi Audit fans, I'm here with ASA 102. Now this isn't going to be a long video because the standard in itself isn't very long, but I wanted to talk specifically for my students in Australia about our requirements related to ethics. We're going to talk a little bit later about APES 110, but ASA 102 is specifically to state that firms must comply with ethical standards. So if we go past the normal introduction, if we go into our third page or fourth page, you'll see that the reason for issuing ASA 102 is because we want to make sure that under ASIC we're following the ethical standards. So ASA 102, let me just highlight this, is a standard made under the Corporations Act for legislative purposes. It enables references to relevant ethical requirements in our other standards, and those ethical requirements are contained within APES 110. Now, if we actually go into the standard, and I zoom in here, so some information about when it applies, that's nothing interesting there, but the scope is really critical. This auditing standard includes a requirement for auditors, assurance practitioners, and quality control reviewers to comply with relevant ethical requirements. Remember, those relevant ethical requirements are APES 110's requirements. So there's some definitions about who the different people are that this applies to. And when we go over the page, the requirements, and remember for my Australian students, the requirements are the legally enforceable parts. They say that they shall comply with relevant ethical requirements, including those pertaining to independence, when we do audits, reviews, and other insurance engagements. So here we have to comply with the independence requirements and the declaration under the Corporations Act, and we have to apply the ethics requirements under APES 110. On to the last page. Again, like most standards, there is some explanatory material which says, well, APES 110 is our set of ethical standards, and if in doubt, always fall back to the fundamental principles. So act with integrity and honesty. Be objective, so we're not influenced in any way. We have the right skills by having professional competence. That's skills and competencies, and due care by making sure that we apply ourselves 100% of the time. We have to remain confidential because we get access to client information, but students will remember that under ASA 210, for engagement letters, we sign a confidentiality agreement. And then the last one, we have to act in a manner that's professional. Now, professional catches a whole lot of different things. So that could be what you do on the weekends. It could be calling your the profession into disrepute. So professional behaviour is a large catch-all. So ASA 102 is really all about making sure that our audit firms are following our ethical requirements. We'll look at APES 110 ethical requirements in a different video. If you thought the video was useful, make sure you give us a thumbs up, a like, click to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.